Hey, welcome back. How was your trip? Great. How are you doing? Pretty good. Just having a hectic day at work. What are you up to tonight?
Why do some guys block you on Grindr after a seemingly nice hookup? I mean, if they came back for a second time, they would have liked the first. And how do you not take it personally or let it affect you? Yeah, I get there could be multiple reasons. Looking to hear from people who have done this to others, the obvious reason is bad hookup. Sure, what else? Today, we're talking about getting blocked on Grindr or any gay dating app for that matter. Let's get into it.
All right, new trend. Weird things you were blocked on Grindr for. I'll go first. I was once blocked on Grindr for telling them that I worked when I was 15 years old, and they didn't believe me, which is true because you can work when you're 15 in Ontario, you just have to take a student wage. I was blocked on Grindr multiple times because people didn't look at my profile first and realize I was a brown person, and then got really grossed out when they messaged me and realized. Sucks to suck for them. I've been blocked before because I didn't go and meet somebody right away because they were so impatient. I've been blocked for saying hello. Yep. I've been blocked midway through a full day conversation after the person realized that I am, guess what? Yeah, brown. I've been blocked on Grindr before because I wouldn't play race play with somebody. Yep.
Ooh, weird.
Yep. I've been blocked on Grindr because I love Star Wars.
Well, that's
I got
dumb.
blocked on Grindr before by an anonymous profile who said, "I know you from high school," and then blocked me. I got blocked on Grindr after somebody said, "You wouldn't me." Blocks. I was once blocked because I found it weird that the person also wanted to do stuff with my brother. Me and my brother. Disgusting.
Weird. Yeah, those were pretty interesting reasons for getting blocked, but I'm not surprised because people can be super racist on Grindr and gay dating apps. And if you haven't watched my video about that, I will link it below.
He blocked me. What a f***ing loser. Literally, what a f***ing loser.
I mean, I couldn't tell you how many closeted DL men I've been blocked by. I think, they're scared. Like, remember when we were like realizing that we were gay when we were preteens or even younger and how scary it was thinking about having to come out someday? Well, it's the same for them, except they're a little bit older this time, possibly, and they just are dealing with a lot of feelings. They might be married, they might have a girlfriend, whatever. Like, you can expect somebody to be totally all mentally there when they're dealing and struggling with something so mentally draining. And so it's not surprising that a lot of DL and closeted men block you. Like, sometimes they get a little horny, they probably say too much, and then they're like, wait a minute, I'm not ready for this. And then they block you. So it's not necessarily just malicious. Some of them might be blocking you because you're not going to give them what they want and they're being babies about it, but for the most part, they're probably blocking you because they're freaking out. So I wouldn't read into that too much. Why is blocking so normalized on dating apps in the gay community? It really is, though. Like, I've definitely hit my 500 block limit on Sniffies. Oops.
You know what? I've never understood blocking on Grindr. On any dating app, for that matter, because what's the reason why? I feel like that's so lame. Like, if you're not interested in them, just don't text back. And I do not have Grindr at all, but it's my friends that go through it too sometimes, and I'm just like, why would they block you? Like, you're really cute. What's the issue? And maybe the person that blocked you knows you. Maybe, like, you used to date one of their friends. Maybe they heard some shit about you, but
True.
it's never the case. And I feel like someone that's cute, someone that's hot, that knows their worth, that's secure, wouldn't block someone else just because they don't think that they're cute or hot. I feel if you know you're hot, if you know you're cute, if you know you're that bitch, and you still don't, like, vibe with the person, you could just text someone else and I feel like you have to block them entirely just because. And I just don't get that behavior. Like, when I see my friends go through it, I'm just confused because why do that? Like, I would never do that because you just don't text them back. Like, it's that easy. But other men out here in the gay community, they just block you. And I don't understand that behavior. Like, it's just strange to me.
Blocking has definitely become normalized, and I think like I'm guilty of it. I think it's like we don't want to deal with stuff, and so we're like, this is just the easiest route instead of telling someone, you know, you're not interested in them or you're not attracted to them. Because at the end of the day, if I were to not block someone and then message them back and be like, oh, well, I don't want you because I don't think you're that cute, or I'm not interested in you because of XYZ. Then those gays would go on to TikTok and complain about that. So it's like, you're asking for us to be truthful instead of block you. But then if we are truthful, you're going to get offended. So it's like the easiest way is to just block. I mean, at the end of the day, that tells you all that you need to know. You're blocked. Okay, they're not interested in you. Like, it doesn't need to have a reason. Like, you don't need to know the reason. I like to know reasons why I was blocked by someone that I've been talking to for a while. But if we're just like just chatting on Sniffies or Grindr about hooking up and then you block me, like, I'm not going to like read into it too much. It's like, oh, clearly they didn't like me or whatever, because it's like, if I get blocked after I send a face pic, it's pretty obvious why they blocked me. They're not interested in me. Just like if someone sends me a face pic or whatever and I'm not interested in them, I'll just block them. Like, what's the point of telling them why I don't want them now? Because if I just don't reply, then a lot of them are just gonna blow me up and double text, triple text me. And I'd rather just block them and not deal with it. That's just me though. And maybe that's a red flag, just like the video I just put out the other day. So if you want to watch that, I'll link it below. And this guy knows what I'm talking about with the blocking after picture thing.
My friend told me he got blocked on Grindr after he sent his face picture. My first question was, but did you had your face picture on your profile? Or you were a headless torso? Because if you were a headless torso, you deserve to be blocked.
I think for a lot of them, it's the thrill of the chase, the first encounter, it's all hot and heavy. Afterwards, now that they've sampled you, they get bored and move on to the new thing that they have yet to taste. It's so sad and rude and mediocre. And when they have had enough and get bored with the next person, sometimes they circle back to the long line of guys they've ghosted or blocked and expect you to be excited for a follow-up. Truly atrocious behavior. I don't entertain such BS. And really what it boils down to is that many guys don't want to confess that they just want a one-night stand with you. One and done. Communication. Clearly communicate your needs and desires and ensure that those you encounter are copacetic. That's pretty true. I can't tell you how many times guys have blocked me or deleted the chat on Sniffies and then re-message me to be like, hey, like I didn't forget you or something. I've had a friend tell me that he has a strict one-time rule where he always blocks a guy after a hookup. This makes no sense to me. His only explanation is that he wanted someone new for the next one. Okay. He's not the only one that has said this to me. I'm completely opposite. I prefer a regular to a one-off. My point is, don't try to find logic and reason in this. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong or there's anything wrong with you. I mean, if bro is just looking for a hookup, I don't think there's any problem with like hooking up and blocking. Like, I get it. Like, he doesn't want a second time. I mean, is it rude to hook up and block somebody? Yeah, it is, but to each his own, really. And that comment fits perfectly into this next video, which is about getting blocked after hooking up.
I hooked up with a guy from Grindr last night, and after I left, he messaged me saying that he was upset because I wasn't as muscular as he thought that I was going to be based on my photos. And then he blocked me, which is really disappointing because I didn't have the chance to reply that he wasn't as tight as I thought he was going to be based on his photos, but I guess you can't win them all.
Yo, I have to rant because tonight I was on Grindr looking for, you know, a little fun time. There's this like really, honestly, like 8 out of 10 guy on Grindr, and he was like, I like his profile, was like, oh, I'm a gamer, I'll beat you in Smash Bros. And I was like, okay, cool. So I go on his profile, I message him, he messaged me back, you know, we exchange, whatever. And, you know, we're gonna meet up, right? He's at a hotel, and I'm like, okay, cool. Before I even like start to leave my car to like go meet him at the hotel, he's like, can you bring your Nintendo Switch so we can play Smash? I was like, sure, why not? And, you know, mind you, this is like a complete stranger, so I was like, I don't know if I want to bring that over, but that's fine, I'll just bring the little portable one. And he's like, can you bring the dock too? And I'm like, and if you guys don't know, like the dock is like the thing that connects the Nintendo Switch to the TV. So he's like, can you bring the dock with the Nintendo Switch? I'm like, sure. So, and then I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I actually reject it. I'm like, no, I don't want to bring the dock because I don't know this person, right? It's just a person on Grindr that I've never met before. So I'm like, why would I bring my entire Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
over to a hotel, meeting some guy that I barely know? Like, I don't know
Creepy.
him. So I was just like, no. And without hesitation, just fully unprepared, I get blocked on Grindr. Like,
For
he
not bringing a
blocked me for
Nintendo.
not wanting to bring the Nintendo Switch dock over. Like, I was gonna bring the Nintendo Switch. I was like, I'll bring the Switch, but not the dock. And then he just replies with like an emoji with like a blank face, and he's like in shock or something. And he blocks me. Like, what the? Y'all, I need you to comment below. Like, is this ulterior motives? Like, is he gonna just bring me to the hotel, like, drug and kill me, and then just take my
Possibly.
Nintendo Switch, or is it just like he really just wanted to like game with me? I guess. Like, was it wholesome, or was it more like ulterior motives, or like I was gonna get like like you can't be that passionate about gaming, dude. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. It was wild. But yeah, I'm just like in shock. Nothing has broken me like this. I'm literally in shock.
Okay, well, first of all, if you're broken over that, well, can't help you there, buddy. There's no reason to be broken over someone blocking you for not bringing a Nintendo Switch to their hotel, which just sounds creepy and weird anyway. Like, can't we just Why do we, like, I don't know you. You're obviously visiting. I'm not trying to turn this into a whole thing. Like, can't we just go? Like, I don't want to and then play video games with you. Like, that is more something I want with someone that I'm trying to date, not some rando on Grindr. So that was your first mistake, buddy. I always wondered and have a friend who does this. He's a perfectly nice guy, but he does the block after hookup even if it's a good one. His explanation: unless it was exceptional or there's some dating potential, he only wants to meet guys one time and move on. It's weird to me, but that's his mode, and I guess he's entitled to it. Yeah. I don't see a need to block, though. You can leave it or just tell them one time only, but think it's easier and more emotionally disconnected to block, so there's some callousness and, I don't know, emotional immaturity there. And he's late 30s, so not some young guy. Well, you're talking about his emotional maturity. You need to learn how to spell. But that's something I've gotten used to making these videos, is I've realized a lot of gays cannot spell or use spell check in any way. Also, a few others have told me that they are actually cheating and want to cover their tracks. 2, they are on the DL and same as one above. 3, they are dating and their relationship has moved to next stage boyfriend slash, oh my god, this person can't smell, monogamy, I guess is what they were saying, soon after you are hookup or they've met someone. Oh my god, this is so hard to read. Most of the cases, unless it was a bad hookups, it's them and not you. I still maintain just tell the guy instead of block, but some guys just don't want the hassle or to deal with fallout responses if the to be blocked guy doesn't respond reasonably, though I'd hope this is the exception rather than the rule. Guys in the closet, married guys, people who you have mutual friends with. Some people also don't sleep twice with the same person, no matter how nice the first one is. I just tell myself whenever it happens that it definitely has nothing to do with me.
Being blocked by a guy that's like less attractive than you on Grindr is still humbling. It's so humbling because I'm like, damn, like, girl, you missed out. Like, I'm a good time. But then on
Same.
the other hand, it's kind of like, you know what? Go off, queen. You got the confidence. Like, I love that for you. If I'm not your type, go ahead, just do it. Like, face card definitely declined, but we take layaway. So yeah.
I mean, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So even though, like, we might get blocked by someone we think isn't cute to us, to someone else, they might be really hot. And so maybe they've gotten a lot of compliments from other people that are into them and they think they are just God's gift from earth. You know what I mean? And so I really can't get mad if someone blocks me that I think is less attractive, because it's like, who am I to say whether they're attractive or not?
This is a formal apology to the hundreds of guys that I would sext with on Grindr and tell them I was on my way or coming over, and then once I blocked them. It is truthfully the most annoying thing in the entire world.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that I did that to you.
We love a guy that can admit his faults, just like I do all the time on this channel. I am like the definition of a walking red flag. But I do hate this. I hate this because I am a horny boy, and if you message me and get me all excited and then you just block me after I'm like ready and rearing to go, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay? I actually had this happen to me a year or so ago. There was this guy I was hooking up with for a while. We had probably the best sex I've ever had in my life. Not even gonna lie. So if you're watching this, you're great. We hadn't talked for a while. And then all of a sudden we were like chatting again. And he was literally on his way. He was like, I'm 15 minutes away. And then just completely ghosts me. Completely ghosts me. He didn't block me. He may have, but I don't know. But he just completely stopped responding after he was like, I'm 15 minutes away. I get it if you're like at home and you're talking on Grindr and you're all horny and then you end up just jerking off because you get so horny and then you're like, I don't want to hook up anymore, and you just ignore the person or block them. But this dude was literally on his way to my house. What the fuck? And then I find out a few months later that he's now dating a guy and he is the top and masculine now, because when I was him, he was the most femme twinkie Asian boy ever. And so now all of a sudden, I guess he's masculine and the top in his relationship. And I'm like, LOL, did not see that coming.
So I want to feel bad for you. But then again, why don't you have your face picture available in the first place, that you have to send it? So there are no surprises. So it is a little self-inflicted if you think about it. Just put your face picture out there, and whoever doesn't like you, they just won't message you back or whatever.
True.
But you avoid this type of situation. So
It's hard to think of these people as anything but superficial and vapid. But that's a privilege of youth. If you got a second look at these guys, you might discover there's not much below the surface other than self-loathing and trauma. You're young compared to me, so I'm guessing these guys are similarly aged. Time will catch up. Their behavior will be less fruitful as looks fade, and their trauma will demand their attention. In a nutshell, these are immature, incomplete men with a Peter Pan complex. Average age of gay men to marry is mid-40s. I don't think this is a coincidence. The blunt truth is they didn't enjoy it much. Most people don't want to get into any potential conflict, so they use subtle hints to indicate a lack of interest. If you think the hookup went well and you got blocked afterwards, it means you didn't read the room very well. Just because the first hookup went well doesn't mean they enjoyed the second experience. Grindr is about immediate gratification. Why waste time investing into someone who has inconsistent performance when there will be many more that will give that person the consistent orgasms they want? I need variety. If you don't make the cut for a repeat encounter, I block and move on. Don't take it personally, it's just sex. Then why not be honest about that? It's perfectly reasonable. Because a lot of guys get pissy when being rejected. I've lost count the number of men who don't like my honest reason for not wanting a repeat encounter, and they start harassing. As I said earlier, gays ask for the truth, but then when they get the truth, they get upset. So it's like, let's just remove that. There are also men who forget that we're not a match and keep hitting me up. Blocking is also useful for that. I don't understand why people need an explanation for being blocked. I used to care a lot about what happened on Grindr. It's not a good place to hang out if you are not comfortable with being rejected without explanation. You meet all sorts of people with all sorts of different reasons on there. I started having a lot more fun when I stopped taking rejection personally.
So a guy just blocked me on Hinge because I didn't want to hook up with him. Let me explain. So I matched with this dude on Hinge a few days ago. We've been talking back and forth. And he messaged me like out of the blue. He's like, hey, I'm 4 whiskey shots deep. Do you want to come over? And I was just like,
whiskey dick.
Maybe. And he was like, well, like, you know, given your profession, me doing, like, being a Blue Page boy, you know, I thought you would be more down. He was like, let me know. If not, all good. And I was like, I'm good. And he just, like, blocked me.
I mean,
like, what the f even was that interaction? Honestly, it just left me speechless, and there's some weird people out there.
What were you expecting though? Like, you turned him down. Like, if you don't want to hook up with him, that's fine, but why are you surprised that he blocked you? Like, why would, do you want him to be like, oh, thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate your honesty, because please, no one is going to say that. And I don't know why you're surprised that you were blocked when you turned down his offer for sex. Like, that's what he's on there for clearly. And you turned down what he wants. why would he continue to chat with you? Why would he even keep your profile up? Because for me, when I get turned down by somebody that I'm attracted to, there's a level of like, man, I don't want to see their profile anymore now because like I still want them. And it's gonna like entice me to like message you again or think about what could have been. And so it's like, why not just block them? They're not on my feed anymore. It's really not that serious.
Hey, welcome back. How was your trip? Great. How are you doing? Pretty good. Just having a hectic day at work. What are you up to tonight?
Have you been blocked before? I mean, that's kind of a dumb question. I'm sure you've been blocked. I think we've all been blocked at this point, especially if you have been gay for 5 minutes. But what are some reasons that you've maybe blocked somebody before? And it's okay. It's okay to admit we all do it. So don't feel weird about telling me. But if you do want to share, leave a comment below and I might just feature you in a future video about this subject. All right, boys. Catch you in the next video.